Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Harihi Om.
That which we call the outer world is perfect. This which we call the inner world is perfect. Each one filled with divine consciousness. Perfect comes from perfect. Take perfect from perfect. The remainder is perfect. Divine consciousness is non-dual. Anything that emerges from the divine consciousness is whole, is complete, is Purna. May peace and peace and peace be everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva.
Hey friends, I am Irmila and I welcome you all to this series of the Purnamada Season 3. This series is a platform where people can come and share their live experiences about past life regression and how they have healed themselves. This is only so that it helps others heal and change themselves as well. We have on the show Dr. Trupti Jain. She has changed and healed many lives using this therapy. Dr. Jain is a past life regression therapist and a pioneer in this. She has been conducting 2 seasons of Ras Pichle Janam Ka on NDTV and has been invited on the TED Talk. I welcome Dr. Jain to the show.
Thank you, Irmila.
Thank you, Dr. Jain. We have our guest on the show today, and she is Deepika Chetri. After her spiritual awakening experience in 2018, Deepika decided to follow her soul purpose of extending support to corporate people and their families who needed help and guidance in grief and personal crisis. She is the owner of Satya the Truth by Deepika, an initiative under which she offers mental wellness support as an intuitive life coach. She is also a tarot psychic reader and a healer through various modalities. Welcome, Deepika, to the show. Over to Dr. Jain.
Thank you, Irmila. Welcome, Deepika.
Thank you, Irmila, for beautiful introduction. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me.
Lovely. So, Deepika, just like Irmila said, you were not in the spiritual work initially. I think you were like in the corporate world for about 10 to 11 years. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happened? What happened that you got into something like this? Like she just spoke about like a spiritual awakening that took place. So can you just throw some light on that?
Actually, I joined corporate world when I was 19, and there was one incident which happened when I turned 30. So, 2007, I joined corporate, and 2017, I decided that I need to move on. And that incidence was that, in those 10 years, I always had this, voice in my mind, inside me, that this is not me. I had a beautiful career, beautiful learning experiences I was having, but there was this constant feeling that there is more to life. And this is not how I have to spend next 30, 40 years of my life. And, eventually, because I was very young when I joined, I didn't have courage to listen to that voice, and I didn't know about intuition or spirituality. So I thought of exploring that, and when I turned 30, I decided, and I started to prepare that I need to move on with this voice and see where, does it take me further. And eventually, I decided to take that risk to go with this inner, voice of mine, that this is not me. Then the question was, if it is not me, wherein I have everything, money, appreciation, a beautiful lifestyle, then who am I? And that's how I, left corporate world.
Wow, Deepika, I
Gone.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that inquiry that started.
Yes.
Who am I?
Who am I?
And Who Am I is one of those beautiful books of Ramana Maharishi, where you begin to do self-inquiry. And
Yes.
Deepika, that's so beautiful. And I think it rings a bell. I'm sure in many people who are going to listen to this, because many people have this calling, this inner calling, but they don't know what to do about it. But you were brave
Exactly.
enough to take the plunge, Deepika.
Actually, ma'am, you can say that I tried and I failed, and I tried and I failed, because in 2012 also I tried something of this sort. But I was young, and I was again, sent back to the same, world with the same profession, by my parents, by my colleagues, my mentors, and I didn't have that courage. But, as I grew older, my courage and confidence was unshakable. And then it was like, I have to follow this voice. I didn't know what was it, but I had to do that. So yeah.
Wonderful, Deepika. In our language, we call it like a soul shift.
Yes.
There's an age when your soul tends to shift to the current life purpose.
Very true, ma'am.
And that's what happened, Deepika, with you. And I remember you when you came to the training, Missouri, and vibrant and exciting, impulsive young girl. Yeah.
That's exactly how I was. And, I remember that, I have a conversation with my, chief human resource officer, wherein I explained him everything. That it's been 2 years I have been, feeling this thing, and I've been trying to listen to this voice. Do you have any thought? So he said that, he always had this voice within, but, he never got a chance to explore it, because by the time he realized that, he should explore, he had a family and a lot of bills to pay and a lifestyle to maintain. Yeah. Ma'am, am I in touch?
Yes, you're perfect. You're completely audible, beautifully audible.
Okay, so, and he said that you carry on, you're young, and at the right time you are, showing that courage. Please move on. And in future, if you feel like coming back to this world, I will be taking you with open arms. And, I realized that if, my future aim, I could have become was CHRO in my field. If he is asking me to, explore and giving me that push, why not? So I took that courage, yeah.
So he was like a soulmate, someone who came into your life just to guide you, like a guiding light, pushed you.
Not exactly, but I just told him. He was completely into materialistic world, and he used to just talk to me to get a different perspective on life, because I always had that as a junior. And once I shared this thing, and then he said that move on, because I cannot. There are many people, and I would not let you take anybody else along with you in this experience. You go.
You go.
So yeah. So just one conversation, and but he always had said that you are a very unique resource in my team. Would not like to lose you, but the honesty and the truth which you always speak probably will take you there. And I said, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
They're what we call friendly soulmates.
Yes.
Friends
yes.
who actually push you forward, Deepika.
Yes.
I remember in Missouri, Deepika, you had a profound experience
Yeah.
of a past life. I'd love if you can share that experience.
Uh, in Missouri, when I went for 7 days workshop with you, I had gone through a beautiful experience within 2018 to 19. 2017, I left corporate world to explore further my life. 2018 and 19, I left with the feeling that I am, 30 years old and I do not have a partner. And I want to marry. This was always there in my heart that I want to marry someone. And there was this obsession that this person is somewhere in army, and from young age I had that thing in my mind, and I used to just reject people or find out some issue, whoever used to propose me or anything, and I used to just focus on my career and deny everything on marriage. But then I thought that I should move ahead, explore this inner voice, and also become a woman of worth, because I am also looking for someone worthy, but in army. And so between 2018 and 19, I opened all options and sources like online portals, dating sites, and friends referrals. Along with that, only from army. And I met someone also, and I had a very shaking experience with this person for a very small stint, and that somehow led to my awakening. I didn't know that there is something called clair powers or psychicness or telepathy or spirituality or grounding. I learned all that, and eventually I had a very painful yet very beautiful experience which changed my life, rather gave a meaning to my life. And that experience of awakening through this specific person in my life brought me to PLR in Missouri. And there I had written to you that I have these specific questions, that why am I so fearful of river water? I am afraid of water. I become breathless around water. And why am I obsessed about marriage and army? And this experience which led to my awakening, and this weirdness of psychicness. And now I have a brand, Satya the Truth, wherein I'm coaching people under that by speaking truth and healing them. So what was all this? And in PLR in Missouri, when we were practicing, I saw and got all the answers, wherein I recognized myself as a Muslim princess, Firoza, which was validated later on, by everybody. And I realized that all this came from that past life of mine, wherein I had gone through exactly the same experience with exactly the same soul. The body was different.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was a Hindu king at that time, and again very smart, but again he was in a king, so he was a Sena head. And that thing my soul brought along with that, I have to marry him. So that was one-sided spiritual love which I had generated in that lifetime for him. And I was a daughter of Khilji, and
Alauddin
being a
Khilji.
yes, yes. And
Okay.
I explained everything in PLR. I felt that pain, and every cell of my body was aching, and I could connect, because before awakening, the kind of 5-6 months experience, the dark night of soul, and the ego death I faced, it was exactly same I was going through. And eventually in that lifetime also, it was one-sided love. This man never agreed to marry me because I was a Muslim princess, and he was a Hindu king, and he just refused my existence. But my father Khilji, he took it as an insult, and he declared a war against this man, and eventually he cut off his head and brought it to me, which wasn't my purpose. And I felt devastated. I was broken, because I had declared to everybody in my dynasty that I will only marry this man, or else I'll die unmarried. And when my father did this, in PLR, I remember my hands were up, because, up in the air, because, the servant of mine brought the head on a plate to me. And at that time, it was my first experience, so I wasn't able to express in words, to my practitioners, but I was feeling all that in my head. And later on, when we got validation of the story, it just was somehow satisfying that, oh my God, this has happened with me before also. Because with cut head, I roamed around like a mad person in grief. And finally, I, probably kind of married because I was wearing Rajputana and Hindu ornaments and, dressing, not like a Muslim one. And I, probably married that cut head and then submerged in water, and
Okay, that's
yeah.
why the fear that you
fear
have
of
around
water.
water.
Yeah, and it was a river wherein I
River.
kind of, it was called kind of Johar, wherein, instead of fire, you used to just,
River.
be into water and die. And I remember falling from a very high fort wall, and that is the Killa of, this place called Jalor Killa. It
Chalor.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's how I have the fear of height also, because my death was like that. And then, when I submerged in water, river water, my soul was eaten by crocodiles, fishes, a
Body
lot of
was eaten by crocodile.
yeah,
You mean? Yeah.
yeah, my body, yeah. And a lot of injuries were there, and my soul was stuck with that head, my body, underwater for probably years and years, because I kept seeing boats going, crossing water over me. And then the boats changed and ships started to come. So for a longer time, I wasn't able to probably have a closure with my death. And then in this life, the similar experience I relived with this person. But this time my soul knew that the lesson is that you don't commit suicide for someone else who never loved you. For one-sided love, you just don't go ahead and waste your life by killing yourself. And this time, that was the time when I started to meditate so much, that finally I felt Kundalini awakening, my third eye chakra, fifth dimension. I became a psychic. I'm a claircognizant, and all that. Initially, it was maddening for me, maddening. But then I learned, read, and converted all that pain and grief which came through this man in this lifetime. Instead of converting it into a suicide, I just, created a career out of it, and I just changed my life direction. So this is how,
Fantastic, Deepika.
Yeah,
Fantastic. You are going
beautiful.
to be an inspiration to many people who have these kind of experiences. They do not know what to do with those experiences. They sometimes just go crazy and get lost. And you are going to show them the
yes,
path that you
Yeah,
have to guide. Be your own guide. Be your own
yes,
guide,
very true,
trust your own instincts, move with your own instincts, and trust whatever is coming to you,
very true,
rather than
very
create
true,
self-doubt.
very
Fantastic,
true.
Deepika. But so
yeah,
this, and another wonderful message, Sir Irmila, that Deepika is giving everybody is that one-sided love can
Yes,
be there, but you
yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
kill yourself for that,
very true,
which is
ma'am.
something that you have wonderful.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was one more no message which was very important.
Yes.
My soul kept looking for union in this life from someone in army, because it had that thing, unfulfilled. But then I also realized during those, months of awakening that, love, marriage may need two people, two physical bodies, but to get a union, you do not need other person to agree to you. You just can have it within yourself and be merry and happy. So there's no point of killing this physical body for, something
Yeah.
called union, which
Experiencing
youngsters,
union.
very true.
Yeah.
And I've seen youngsters, calling, not getting married, and then, converting, ending the life and really getting depressed. That's how it became my motivation also, because I had gone through all the pain. I also was pushed to the line wherein I, could have ended my life because it was so confusing. But eventually, this life had a different meaning, and that person became, just a source that I could think of my past life experience and have that soul learning and utilize it. So that was it. It was
Absolutely, Deepika.
beautiful overall.
Excellent, excellent message and excellent way that you've understood the purpose of that person coming in your life. To create a
Yes,
sense of
yes,
awakening within you, not that you have to be with that
yeah,
person, but you have to awaken
very
to a
true.
new truth. which is of your
Yeah.
current
Very true.
current existence. Very nice,
Yes,
Deepika.
yes.
And so,
Yeah.
what is the obsession
Hmm.
about the army? Have you found somebody in the army or not?
So, ma'am, what happened was as soon I came from this PLR, experience of mine, I talked to this specific person again on phone, and I told him, what happened and how we were connected. Because by the time I had already awakened, I had created that union within myself, and I was very comfortable. Rather, I was counseling this person also by the time, as he used to come to me with problems then, and I developed that immense love, beyond this physical body. And so after this thing I focused on my new venture, which was Satya the Truth, wherein I as an intuitive life coach, I help people with holistic healing. So I was doing that in Dehradun, and in Dehradun only I met this karmic partner who led to my awakening. And in Dehradun my husband was also there. So after this session I somehow had a peace that I wanted to look for my man in army only because I knew that my man was in Sena when I died. And my soul brought
Ah.
that thing in this life, but now the Sena's structure has changed.
True.
So that happened. And, I had that closure with myself because I was always very sane. I was already a coach helping people. So I,
Yes.
was helping myself also. I was doing a lot of inner work. And I, through this business of mine, I met my husband. He was also in Dehradun. He came from Australia only to meet me, imagine.
Wow.
So I think we were placed, we were placed by God like that I was thrown from Gurgaon after 10 years to Dehradun, and he was thrown from
Australia.
Australia to
Wow.
this place called Dehradun. Yeah. And he had in mind to create a homestay wherein he wanted to give a lot of spiritual experiences to people,
Right.
and rejuvenating experiences. And through that, once I went there as a customer, and we talked and I talked about my this experience also, that and I had a whole timetable that this is the time I'm going to get married, this is the time I'm going to get engaged to this person. And he was shocked, and he said, oh really, I mean, that's wonderful. And he also talked that, oh wonderful. Then we met again and again because of business purposes, because
Uh,
he said that you can start your coaching here also, do your regressions also here, let's give people the experience of a spirituality. And we talked and talked, and then he became a light in my life, that I think the PLR taught you to move on. I think you got a closure. You got a closure that your man is not in army. You're done. Your soul is done. It has experienced that closure. You have got an awakening from that event. Now you have turned around your career altogether. And this person
Yeah.
told me that, so his father is a colonel. My current
okay.
husband's father is again from army, and
Okay.
he's a retired colonel. And my husband chose not to go in army. So my current life husband also was from the same Muslim dynasty wherein I was, but I was so crazy about that Hindu king that I
Correct.
chose to die instead of marrying some other courageous
Option.
king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Person.
So eventually we met, and after a courtship period of around, as soon I met, and after 2-3 meetings, I knew he's my husband. I knew he's my home. He's my home.
Yeah. He's the homestay. He's the
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
homestay.
homestay. And he welcomed me with open arms. And we both together had a new life. And as soon around when I had a PLR training with you, my spirit guides and higher self kept sending me messages that the union is around, the union is around. And I was like, this man is going to come back, the one who had inflicted
Huh,
this awakening.
huh.
I thought this man will leave everything and come to me to marry, someday. But I didn't know that there is another person, and this karmic cycle is over,
Correct.
after my awakening. And I have not committed suicide, rather changed my life altogether. I'm changing people's life. And I met him on 18th June. May I came from your training. 18th June I met this person. July, we were very sure we want to get married. October, we got engaged. And this year, Feb, we got married. And we
Wow.
got, yeah.
That's nice.
I'm feeling so happy, Deepika, for you. Really, so
Yeah,
happy. And I remember you sent me a WhatsApp message,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
yeah. I mean, this
It was
journey is so
beautiful.
nice, Deepika. You at least had your inner churning and understood that you needed to,
Very,
do
very
closures.
much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
people carry on with it and then they harm themselves again. So,
Yes,
yeah, that
Yeah.
is
absolutely,
more
Deepika.
important. Yeah.
I think that awakening experience and spiritual awakenings are actually kind of a live death which you live,
Yeah.
go through. And most of the people aren't prepared for that because we are never taught about intuition. We are never taught about
Yes.
inner
Yes.
voice. And that became my sole purpose. And we are always told lies about
Mm.
lovers and marriages, as if
Yeah.
marriage is everything. So that's what my sole purpose is, that how can I scientifically present spirituality to corporate people and their families, so that that's how I counsel them as a coach, and I handhold them and take them out of these situations, of grief, of crisis, whether
Yes.
professional,
Yes.
personal. Yeah, so that's,
Fantastic, Deepika. So I think your path is just unfolding.
yes,
You don't
it
even
is
have to
still.
carve the path. It's just unfolding, and
Yes.
you just have to walk
Yes,
on it. And I'm sure you're going to be of such great value in the work
yes.
that you do. And not only that, when
Thank
you
you,
have a
ma'am.
personal experience and a personal awakening, the whole
Yes,
the manner in which you present the work also is very different. So
very, yeah,
that's
very
something
different.
that you're
Yes,
doing beautiful. Very nice, Deepika.
Yes.
Any particular
thank you.
message you want to give everyone who's going to listen to you, especially the youngsters?
Uh, I uh, I have this specific message which I want to share to all my youngsters, that never force, be the present moment. Do not just be in a fancy world. There are emotions and there are soul recognitions and there are past lives, and you will find experiences wherein you will connect to people. At times they'll be your lovers, they'll be your friends, but we need to realize that you are more important than anybody, any relation. I mean, self love,
Love
self
is
relation,
important.
self presence, existence, journey. This is your journey, and it should not be in any way cut short just because someone else did not agree to go with you or walk with you in this life. So that's one message I want to share, that if you have breakups, if people cheat on you or you are betrayed, please learn, always think on the learning end and move on with courage, because there is a beautiful path already written. We have signed that soul contract, and good things will definitely happen. So never end your life because someone rejected you or someone didn't marry you or someone had betrayed you. That's one message. And
Yes.
another one which I had was that you know just keep yourself above everybody. Keep yourself above everybody. It is your soul. It has a past, it has a future, it will always move on. Realize the moment, that present moment has the power, and that is it. Do not live in future and past. Don't do that. Even if you want to go to the past life experience, get the learning, and that is it.
Move
Don't remain
forward.
there, and don't make that as a reasoning to justify things in your life. Take the power
Yes.
and move on to the next destination or next experience in your life. That's what I want to say to all the youngsters, because that's what I'm working on, so that people don't get depressed and commit suicides. And that's what
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Deepika. I
I'm
think it's a
Very
wonderful
true.
message that you've given, Deepika. And your
Yes.
story, your experience is going to be, uh, I think, a motivating factor for a lot of people who are going to listen to you. And I
yeah.
wish you a lot of happiness and a lot of luck in your venture and in your
Thank you.
beautiful marriage.
Thank you
All the
very
best,
much, ma'am.
Deepika.
All the
Thank
best,
you.
my
God
Deepika.
bless
Bye. Bye.
everybody. Thank you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thank
मैं अगर बिछड़ भी जाऊं, कभी मेरा गम न करना। मैं अगर बिछड़ भी जाऊं, कभी मेरा गम न करना, मेरा प्यार याद करके कभी आँख नम न करना, तू जो मुड़ के देख लेगा, मेरा साया साथ होगा, तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा, मेरा साया साथ होगा, मेरा साया, मेरा साया, मेरा साया, मेरा साया। मैं अगर बिछड़ भी जाऊं, कभी मेरा गम न करना, मैं अगर बिछड़ भी जाऊं, कभी मेरा गम न करना, मेरा प्यार याद करके कभी आँख नम न करना, तू जो मुड़ के देख लेगा, मेरा साया साथ होगा, तू जहाँ जहाँ चलेगा, मेरा सा